Hello lads, lassies, and those of unspecified gender, it's the Irishman here, and today I'm going to be talking about what would have happened if Naruto had been born a Hyuga. This is actually the second part to this what if, and if you haven't seen the first, I would greatly recommend you go and check that out before coming back to watch this part. Where last we left off, Naruto had defeated the Demon Blood Brothers and had restrained himself from actually killing them. This was much to Kakashi's delight, as well as Sakura's amusement, seeing as she thought it was very cool how he was able to so easily take them down. And now with all of that out of the way, let's get into the story of this What If. Our story begins with Team 7 guarding Tazuna on his way to the incompleted bridge. Tazuna, being a bridge builder, is meant to complete this bridge, connecting the Land of Waves to the mainland. Having this bridge be built would not only make trade much easier between the 5 great nations and the Land of Waves, it would also mean the corrupt government and criminal organizations in the Land of Waves could be stamped out. But, as you can probably assume, the leader of these criminal organizations wouldn't want the bridge to be built. And so Gato, the ringleader of the crime industry, would decide to send Zabuza Momochi, a high-class missing nin, to go and murder Tazuna. Because without a bridge builder, there is no bridge, and without a bridge, Gato stays in power. And now, with Zabuza arriving on the incomplete bridge, he would begin his first confrontation with Team 7. For the large majority of the beginning parts of this fight, nothing really changes, seeing as the Genin weren't super involved already, and so Kakashi and Zabuza would just continue fighting. But after a while, Zabuza would be able to put Kakashi into a water prison, trapping him. And this would mean that the Genin are left to defend themselves, as well as free Kakashi if they want to have a chance at actually getting out of this fight alive. Kakashi would continuously instruct them to run away as fast as they can. They stand no chance against Zabuza, and if they want to survive, their best bet is running. And in the original, that is true. The best thing they could do is run away and hope for the best. Or they could opt with the Demon Wind Shuriken idea. But really, here, they don't need to get super strategically advanced to have an upper hand here. They might actually be able to surpass Zabuza in terms of raw power. Well, maybe raw power isn't exactly the best thing to use to describe what I'm talking about. I more mean the team collectively would not only outnumber Zabuza, but also overpower him. Sasuke would have his 3-Tome Sharingan by this point, trying to be able to catch up to Naruto. Naruto would have been born with a Byakugan, as well as having the 9 Tails chakra, 1.5 times more than the original Naruto, by the way, and Naruto would also have access to the Kyuubi's power, seeing as this is Yin Kurama, the more agreeable version of the 9 Tails. And although Sakura might not be as strong as Naruto or Sasuke, she is still another person that is a part of Team 7. Another person that would be able to help outnumber and overpower Zabuza. And so, the three of them working together would not only free Kakashi, but also defeat Zabuza. Naruto would rush into battle with Zabuza. 4 palms, 8 palms, 16 palms, 32 palms, 64 palms, and then Zabuza's chakra network would be nearly completely shut down, but Naruto wouldn't stop. He would reach 128 palms, and then Sasuke would step in using his 3-Tome Sharingan to give Naruto a break. That way Naruto could prepare some of his 9 Tails chakra to jump back into the fight. And although Zabuza is able to overpower Sasuke, his vital points were just struck with pretty precise hits. And so he is greatly weakened enough to where Sasuke is a legitimate threat. And then when Naruto comes in with his 1-tailed state, he is able to assist Sasuke in taking down Zabuza. And by this time, Kakashi already would have been freed from the water prison. He just didn't need to step in. Kakashi would be beyond impressed. He would congratulate his team, barely even believing what he had just seen with his own eyes. He would tell them that even though they did some amazing work, the job isn't finished yet. Kakashi would then pull out a kunai, preparing to slit Zabuza's throat, reassuring the fact that he had died, but then a Senbon would kind of just do the job for him. Kakashi was surprised, thinking that another enemy shinobi might be trying to kill them, and even though he's close, it's actually just Haku, who is disguised as a hunter nin, and then would take Zabuza away, saying he needs to properly dispose of this body. Kakashi, having been an Anbu member himself, would understand the duties of a hunter nin, and so would allow Haku to do this. Although he does see some stuff that's pretty fishy, seeing as the normal protocol is just destroy the body right there and then. Although Kakashi is far too battle-worn and far too exhausted from having used his Sharingan for extended periods to actually look more into this hunter nin, and so he would decide that him and his team should go back to Tazuna's home and get some much needed sleep. That way they can be better prepared to continue this mission in a few days, once they are all fully recovered. Well, I say all of them, but I mostly just mean Kakashi. He would be left bedridden for a few days after having used the 3-Tome Sharingan for an extended period of time. Once Kakashi is back and up on his feet, he would begin to train Team 7, demonstrating how to walk up a tree by focusing a lot of chakra onto the soles of your feet. That way you are able to slowly, or I guess when you're more advanced, quickly walk up a tree. It's not that difficult to understand. Sakura would be able to get it down in relatively no time, seeing as she is a genius and also has some pretty awesome chakra control, and then for Naruto, he would have already probably done it, seeing as he's a Hyuga, and they are insanely well versed in chakra control. I wouldn't be surprised if Naruto here was learning to walk on water while he was learning to walk. Sasuke, on the other hand, would show the most struggle. He isn't really sure how to control his chakra very well, seeing as he's only a genin, and he didn't really have any people teaching him, since most of the people that would kinda died. So really, Sasuke has no idea how to properly control his chakra, at least past the normal genin range. But with the help of Naruto, he would be able to figure it out. Sasuke was putting way too much chakra into the soles of his feet to where it was just too much to actually be focused, at least for where Sasuke is now. And so, Sasuke would be taught not only to control his chakra, but also that he doesn't have to put so much in. A little will still go a long way. And now, with the chakra control training out of the way, the next logical step would be moving on to the second bridge fight, wherein Kakashi would fight against Zabuza for a pretty much unchanged rematch. And Naruto and Sasuke would be fighting against Haku at the same time. Now, like I said, Kakashi vs Zabuza stays pretty much the same, but Naruto and Sasuke v Haku, well, that's a bit of a different story. Naruto would arrive separate to the rest of his team, seeing as Kakashi thought it'd be the best course of action to allow Naruto to sleep in rather than waking him up. Naruto had trained his butt off the night before, but this wasn't anything special. It was something he was expected to do not only as a Hyuga clan member, but also as the son of the 4th Hokage and the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. Naruto had a lot on his back, and the Hyugas were going to make sure he lived up to his potential, no matter what. When Naruto arrives on the battlefield, Kakashi-sensei would instruct him to go lend assistance to Sasuke, and Naruto would see the demonic mirroring ice crystals trap that Sasuke was currently trapped in, and would decide to jump in as well. And now in the original, this was looked at as incredibly stupid, because it was, but Naruto's reasoning here is different from what it was there. In the original, Naruto was just a dope and didn't know what he was doing, but here, Naruto would recognize that even though it might be easier to defeat Haku from the outside, well, any more time spent left alone fighting Haku would mean nearly certain death for Sasuke. Fundamentally, this boils down to either completing the mission or saving your comrades. And Naruto, not only being an Anbu member, but also being the student of Kakashi Hatake, somebody that basically lives by this rule of thumb, would decide that he is going to choose his comrade 10 out of 10 times. There's a quote in Naruto that always stuck with me, something Naruto said about Orochimaru after learning that Sasuke had actually fled the village. He said that he is going to kill Orochimaru and bring Sasuke back to the village no matter what, even if he has to punch Orochimaru to death. Even if Orochimaru cuts off his hands, he'll kick him to death. He cuts off his legs, he'll bite him to death. He seals his mouth shut, he'll headbutt him to death. no matter what, Naruto is going to save his friend. And really, this would still shine through here. You might change what clan Naruto is from, at least somewhat, but you're not changing who Naruto is fundamentally. And so, Naruto chooses his comrade. At first, Sasuke would think that Naruto's an idiot for doing this, but then, Sasuke would think about who this version of Naruto is. He isn't just a dope, that's not why he did it. He did it to protect his friend. To protect Sasuke. And it wasn't like there was any ulterior motives, like helping Sasuke would make it easier to defeat Haku. No, Naruto would have a much easier time outside of the trap. And so Sasuke would put two and two together, and then, giving Naruto a slight grin, would say, so this is the benefit of having a clan. Nevertheless, Naruto and Sasuke would still attempt to battle Haku. Their teamwork is great, and both of their dojutsus allow them to keep up with Haku's movements. But just because they can keep up with Haku's movements doesn't mean they're actually able to defend themselves. They would both take multiple Senbon in various vital points, and even though Naruto is able to use his 360-degree vision, as well as Gentle Fist technique to deflect some of Haku's Senbon, Haku's speed is still faster than Naruto's reaction time, so it doesn't help him out much. But it does still help him out a little, and a little can go a long way. At one point during the fight, Haku would send multiple Senbon straight in Naruto's direction, aimed at vital areas, and they're too fast for Naruto to dodge, and so Sasuke, seeing this, would jump in the way, almost instinctually. Sasuke would be nearly fatally wounded by this. He would be in critical condition, and Naruto would run over to his friend, telling him that everything is going to be okay, and he's going to be alright, just stay calm. But his efforts are all for naught. Sasuke would look Naruto in the eyes and tell him, "Thank you for being the only brother I've ever had." And then, Sasuke's once Sharingan eyes would turn to a pale black, as he would look into the void of space, devoid of any thoughts, any feelings, any sense of life. He has seemingly died, and Naruto is enraged. He would scream, and he would yell, and he would curse Haku, saying he's going to kill him for what he's done. The Ninetales, who had stayed mostly absent from this fight so far, would decide to give Naruto access to his chakra. He had decided to stay out of this because he didn't want Naruto to use his power like a crutch, but now, seeing how that has turned out for him so far and feeling bad for Naruto, having just lost one of his greatest friends, the Ninetales would give Naruto access to all of his chakra. The two would mesh their powers together, having their chakra spiral together, and Naruto would enter the Jin Cloak. He would look at Haku with his pearly white Byakugan eyes glaring straight at him, shining bright and radiant through the light of the Jin Cloak, and Haku would look on with a face of pure fear. Naruto, as if it was casual, would put his hand over Sasuke and lend him some of his chakra, or I guess the Ninetales chakra, but right now they're practically one and the same. Naruto, using the Jin Cloak, would be able to sense that Sasuke was still holding on to life. He still had a little bit of a spark left in him, and to make sure that Sasuke stays alive, Naruto would lend him some of the Ninetales chakra, that way he could heal faster. And then with his other hand, Naruto would charge up a Tailed Beast Bomb, a spiraling Tailed Beast Bomb to be precise. And then with a speed surpassing that of lightning, Naruto would rush at Haku, slamming the Tailed Beast Bomb straight into his mask, not only obliterating the mask, but also shattering Haku's skull in the process. Or at least what was left of his skull, seeing as the Tailed Beast Bomb would vaporize that as well. Alright lads, lassies, and those of unspecified gender, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed. If you don't mind, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I release any new anime content, whether it be Naruto or Dragon Ball. And really, this is just an investment for you, except it's at no cost, seeing as all you have to do is press a few buttons and then I'm more motivated to make more content for you, and then you get a few more videos out in the next month or so. I don't really know. I have a pretty crappy upload schedule, not gonna lie. But with your help and support, we can grow this community as well as fix that problem. I know I only really upload like once or twice a month, but with your support, maybe I'll boost that up to like 3 or 4 times a month. I'm sure that's very enticing, but jokes aside, it would seriously mean a lot. And for all of my strictly Dragon Ball fans, I will be releasing Part 5 to What If Goku Was Addicted to Senzu Beans in a relatively short amount of time. I don't know, maybe like 1 or 2 weeks. Give it a minute. And now with all of that out of the way, I hope you all have an excellent day. This is, always has been, and always will be the Irishman. Talk to you later. Bye.